So this is a real driving test at the Kettering Driving Test Centre, and we're going to take a look at where the student goes and what faults were recorded. So straight away here, the student did receive a steering fault. As you can see, we swung wide onto the other side of the road. Now it's the very beginning of the test, so you're going to be nervous and you need to make sure that you make effective observations at both of these junctions. I can't tell you how many times people, particularly at this junction, don't make effective observations, particularly to the left, and then end up failing within the first minute of the test. Now we know that we're on an industrial estate here, so we do need to be very careful with lorries turning in and out, and particularly a lot of parked cars on this bend here as well.
Don't forget to follow the link below if you want a £50 discount on your car insurance. That's myfirst.com/rdrive.
So as you're coming around the corner, do prepare to give way to anything that's already committed onto the centre, as there are usually cars parked on both sides of the road here. Now, quite commonly at these roundabouts here, you're just going to be following the road ahead, and the student here does make a good lane position around the roundabout, making sure we don't straight line, and the same on the next one here. Now, don't be confused if the sat-nav says cross third exit. We know that third exit is ahead, so we do not need to get into the right-hand lane. And again, just taking your time. This is a busy roundabout and we don't want to be rushing in. So good lane position from the student again on this one, keeping on the outside and making a safe decision to go. Now do keep your eye on the pedestrian crossing as you're leaving the roundabout, and looking further up ahead as well, we keep our eye on the bus who is actually signalling out, but because we are on a 40-mile-an-hour road, it sometimes won't be safe to let the bus out, especially if you've got vehicles close behind, but do make sure you are bearing in mind that if it is, you do want to be letting the bus go. So coming up to the roundabout at the top here, we've got a big, busy roundabout. Make sure you get into lane in good time so you know which direction you are taking, which on this occasion is the third exit towards Wellingborough. So exit 1, 2 and 3 will be in the left-hand lane, so we're in the correct lane position and we're following third exit to Wellingborough. Now bear in mind at the moment here we've got a lot of roadworks going on as well, so the speed limits have been changed temporarily. We've got a lot of 40-mile-an-hour speed limit signs where it would sometimes be national. Now here, this is a very short carriageway where you must move over to the left, of course, for your normal driving position if you are not overtaking. However, shortly you'll see that you will be following the road ahead, which actually is then back to the right-hand lane. So just look at your planning information and make sure that it's safe to move over to the right-hand lane to continue going ahead, all in good time. Now we do just keep following the road ahead for some time, so I will fast forward until we get to the next right turn. Now it's really important with this right turn here that you get your signal on in good time. You're on a fast moving road and the cars behind need to know that you're turning. You also need to pay attention to where your point of turn is, because quite often people go past their point of turn and end up swan necking back in. Now the student has also positioned themselves well in position 3 along the centre line ready to turn, which is then allowing traffic behind to pass us on the left, and we're not causing any lack of progress for traffic continuing ahead. Now we probably could have taken this gap here, but it was a could have, not a should have, so we wouldn't get faulted for hesitation just yet. After this one, we've got plenty of space and the student takes it. So coming into the village here, we need to be careful with our judgment of meeting and passing. We've got a lot of parked cars, so planning ahead. We've also got the sign up ahead for the school. We are around school time, so we need to bear in mind that it's telling us we have a 20-mile-an-hour limit, and also just being extra vigilant for any children crossing the road or a lot of traffic, maybe late for school pickup coming through. The student has been asked to pull up on the left here, which will be our angled start from behind another parked vehicle. This roundabout here is a very closed roundabout and it is hard to see any traffic coming from the right. So we need to take caution and make sure we're approaching at a safe speed where you're able to make effective observations of that right-hand side. On both occasions that the coach in front has pulled up on the left, it hasn't been in a safe place for us to overtake. However, the next time the bus stops, the student does receive a hesitation fault as we wait for too long with an opportunity to overtake. Here the student is asked to pull up on the left. It doesn't look like much, but it is a slight incline, so this would be classed as your hill start. Now, unfortunately, this is where the student does receive a serious fault for judgment in meeting. We can see the headlights of an oncoming van, and we should have waited behind this parked car. It has resulted in the oncoming van having to completely stop, and it was not our priority. So that, unfortunately, was where the student failed for their judgment in meeting. Now, quite opposite to the judgment in meeting serious fault we had just a moment ago, the student does well here to observe the lights of the oncoming van and actually wait behind the coach. However, after this van, there isn't actually anything coming for quite a long time, and we should have started trying to edge out and get a look past, but instead we just stayed behind the coach for quite some time, building up traffic behind us when it would have been clear to overtake the coach on this occasion. So the student here would have been asked to pull up in a safe, convenient and legal place, which we have indeed. So this will be the normal stop, pulling up on the left, which the student completed well. So coming out of Broughton, we are now approaching the carriageway crossing where you're going to be asked to turn right and you will need to use the central reservation. So the key thing at this junction here, before you enter the central reservation, is to make sure you have checked both right and left. Students often neglect the left observation because they're busy looking for a gap on the right hand side, but traffic can be turning in using the central reservation from the left hand side, so it's really important that you check it's safe both ways. Now, as we come in, we do not need to stop in the central reservation as we have a nice gap to pull out onto this road and get up to speed. However, if it wasn't safe, you would just wait in that central reservation for a safe opportunity to join the road. And just making sure you get up to speed nice and quickly and you're not going to slow anyone behind you down, especially if it's a large goods vehicle. Another thing worth noting, this road is not a national speed limit, it is 50 miles an hour. It does look like a national speed limit, but we did see those 50-mile-an-hour signs as we were coming up to the end of the road to turn right. So don't go zooming off up to 60 miles an hour. It does then shortly drop down to 40 miles an hour as we start heading in towards the traffic lights. Now, an important thing to note here is that you are most likely going to be asked to follow the road ahead or turn right at the roundabout. Now, the road markings here show that following the road ahead can be in either lane, but this is just for the traffic lights. Once we get past the lights, the lane markings for the roundabout is left lane for left turn only, so that's the first exit only on the left, and if you're following the road ahead or turning right, you must be in the right hand lane. So if you get into the wrong lane, if it's safe to change, then change at this point. If not, just remember, go the wrong way safely. So on this occasion here, we are going right, third exit. Now this is a very long open slip road, so you can start planning nice and early, getting your speed up, pick a target vehicle, know exactly where you're going to join and be at an appropriate speed for the flow of traffic. Once you're on the carriageway, do make sure that you know what exit number you're going to be coming off at and roughly how long you're going to be on the carriageway for, and then you can start reading your planning information, making sure you're in the correct lane, and if you have time and it's necessary, you can always overtake as well. Now we need to be careful here of the temporary speed limit in place for the roadworks, as normally when you're slowing down you won't have reached 40 miles an hour by that point, and you need to be making sure that you are abiding by those speed limits. So we're going to take the first exit here, which is our own lane, which is very helpful at this roundabout. So as you're coming round, just be mindful of people that might be in the lane to the right of you, and potentially looking to get to the left lane and cutting across. So do be careful at that meeting point there. So we've been taken into the car park to do our parking manoeuvre, which today we have forward bay. Hasn't quite gone to plan coming in, so we do need a correction. So you just make sure that you effectively observe all around. It's absolutely fine to make a correction, but do make sure that you are making effective observations, that it's safe to do so throughout the entire manoeuvre. Now, as you're heading on to that final stretch of the driving test, you will start to feel your nerves creeping back up as you realise that you're heading back. Now, we know that these are a very busy stretch of roundabouts, so just make sure you don't start rushing into them. Now, as we're coming back into the industrial estate, we need to be very careful on this corner here. Cars will be parked on both sides and you need to be prepared to stop, or we could have things like this lorry that could be reversing back. You need to take a lot of caution when you come round into this industrial estate. Now here you'll be asked to turn right into the test centre, and you must make effective observations on the left hand side before turning in. You will have plenty of tradesmen whizzing round that corner and you need to make sure that it's safe before you turn. So unfortunately not a pass today for my student, but we do have our areas now that we know we need to work on with that judgment in meeting and passing traffic.
Thank you very much for watching.
So do remember, please like and subscribe and press notify.